Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Channel Sport this morning. Glad you could join us again. I'm Taya Salam.
A very good morning to you. Welcome to the show. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Let's dive straight in to the issues this morning. And of course, we start with the news hitting us that Nigeria Football Federation has been hit with an 11 million naira fine for what? Pitch invasion in the game Nigeria against Cameroon, $31,000. A lot of other countries also in the news for similar offenses. We'll talk about that much later on the show.
FIFA don't joke when it comes to these situations at all. So, yeah, too bad. That's a lot of money for the Nigerian Football Federation to eke out. Also on the show this time, we're talking football proper, and the Super Eagles are in camp. 17 players, as at the last count, that was yesterday night, have arrived at the Uyo camp for the 2018 World Cup qualifier against Zambia. Early birds, you would say. There was a time, Yemi, when players stroll into camp a couple of days before a match. That's no longer the case.
All right. So we leave it at that. As political tensions continue to rise in Spain, Catalan giants Barcelona are considering their future in the Spanish La Liga. The club has declared there will be no training in all of the teams that Barcelona have today. Teams from that region, including Espanyol and Girona, have also joined in the protest because of the crackdown over the independence referendum.
Yesterday, we didn't want to get too ahead of ourselves by starting to look at the sporting implication of a likely Catalan independence. But it appears we can't run away from it for too long, because the story coming out of Spain right now is that the Barcelona board, they're actually starting to think about what the future is going to be like if they actually go on to get Catalan independence. And it's a very delicate situation.
Very delicate, yeah.
It's sensitive as well too. You'd say this is a lot more than sports, but since it's a sports show, we have to just take a look at it from the Spanish, from the sporting
key sporting actors are involved,
right?
And that will make us talk about them. We're talking of Barcelona, Espanyol, and Girona, all involved in that strike as a protest for the police crackdown on that during that independence referendum. And like you said, Tayo, I think it's still way ahead of us. But the guys are already considering their options, and that's really very scary. Some sporting fans are already saying, I mean, what's the Spanish La Liga going to be without Barca? Without Barcelona? You know, all of this, I mean, it's not easy.
No.
I mean, you can ask all of those countries that, broke up, I mean, it's not always easy when all of these things happen. In footballing terms, that is, I'm not talking about, but in footballing terms, because everything that you have won before in that region is going to be wiped off. That's one of the implications. I mean, a whole lot. There's the sporting implication. There's the financial implication of all of this. And it's really very messy. But I hope that they'll be able to sit down, sort this out. And it's really out of sports. But one way or the other, the tensions have gotten into the sporting center.
Yes, it's a lot more complicated than just sitting down and sorting out, as we've seen. I mean, they couldn't even get the referendum done peacefully because that was, disrupted by police.
Yes.
So it's going to be very
players from
difficult.
That region getting booed in the Spanish.
We're starting to see the fallouts already. I mean, Spain out. We'll talk about that one later, definitely. Barcelona president, had a presser yesterday, and obviously the question they asked him, what's going to happen to Barcelona just in case they get to the point where Catalan gains independence, and his response is what we're seeing on the screen now. In case of independence, the club and the members would have to decide in which league we would play. We're going through a difficult and complicated moment, and with respect to what could happen in future, we will take it with calm and wisdom. So basically, when they get to that bridge, they will cross it. But believe me, they're starting to think about their options right now. Let's listen to more on Barcelona's likely future from the spokesperson of the club, Josep Valls.
You know, we live in Catalonia, we're a Catalan club, we have a history, and during all this time we've been fighting very hard for freedom, fighting very hard for some values that we have, you know. We share these values with our society, with our people. Yesterday there was a great violence against our people. I mean, not only people from Barca, we mean Catalan people, citizens from this country. And this is the reason why we took this measure. And it was, you know, a way to show to the world that that was a very, very tough day for all of us, not only for Barcelona, but for all the country.
In the case that independence is declared, what is the position of the club?
We think about this, but we are not worried about this. We are one of the greatest clubs in the world, and we do really think that no one could refuse us as a partner, you know. So we'll be playing, now we are playing in the Spanish League. We are trying to win this title twice again. And then if this situation comes, well, then at that time we'll decide.
Yes, Barcelona spokesman Josep Valls, you know, just talking about what could happen in future. But as it is right now, they are concentrating on winning the La Liga, on reclaiming the La Liga title. They lost to Real Madrid just last season. And we're talking about the sporting implications, you know, in case Catalan gains independence. We're going to see some of them on the screen now, Yemi. And it's very interesting. Expulsion from the La Liga.
Straight away. Straight away.
I mean, you can hear all the officials saying we're going to consider our future, blah, blah, blah. But the La Liga president is on record as saying they gain independence, they can't play in La Liga. Simple as that. Ineligibility for Spain duties as well. So that's another, you know, possible... Serious, right? So Barcelona, Spain, as it is right now, a lot of players, Catalan players, Iniesta, or Xavi, you know, they won't be able to play. Xavi's retired, obviously, but the likes of Iniesta, the guys that are from Catalan, won't be eligible to play for Spain. So